Welcome, everybody. It's your girl, Delores, just a pink girl in my pink world, here on every social platform there is. I am streaming from J News' side. Regardless of if either one of us is missing, we will be still showing up on both sides, okay? My good brother J News, life be life and sometimes. And it's Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day to everybody out there. I am here to bring you the reviews and previews of all the things that happen in pro wrestling here on the Hit the Ropes podcast. And it's time. It's time. You already know what it's time for. It's time for the reviews. Hey, Jaden, how you doing? Let me put your comment up there, Jaden. Hello. Thank you to everybody who's coming and Hit the Ropes podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start off with WWE, ladies and gentlemen. WWE Raw. Let me pull up. Raw took place on the 5th on Netflix. Ladies and gentlemen, Penta defeated JD McDonough. Sheamus defeated Austin Theory. In a non-title match, Io Sky, the Princess of the Sky, Io Sky, she defeated Roxanne Perez. The returning Rusev defeated Otis. And for the WWE Heavyweight title match, Seth Rollins beat Jey Uso by DQ. Okay? So, I really enjoyed this show because it had, listen, anytime you got Penta, you got me. Okay? Anytime you got Jey Uso, you got me. Okay? So I did enjoy this show on Monday nights. I won't be getting too much in depth because we have a lot of shows to go over. And so, but I will be telling you whether or not I liked it, didn't like it, was it okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, next show up was the next day. And that was NXT, ladies and gentlemen. NXT 784. We had Dark Slate, which is Cutler James and Dion Lytics, along with Osiris Griffin, defeating Hank and Tank of Hank Walker, Tank Ledger, and Joe Hendry. We have Zarya defeating Kalani Jordan. And for the number one contendership battle royal, we had Miles Bourne defeat Ashanti the Adonis, Brad Baylor, Brooks Jensen, Charlie Dempsey, Chris Island, Elijah, Ethan Page, Javon Evans, Josh Briggs, Lexis King, Nico Vance, Ricky Spokes, Rich Holland, Sean Legacy, Sean Spears, Shiloh Hill, Tavion Heights, Timothy Thatcher, Trick Williams, Tariq Igwe, Tyson DuPont, Wes Lee, uh, Yoshiki Inamura, Zachary Wentz. And as you see, that's how the eliminations went. We don't have to go over all of them or anything like that. So we also had on this show Jada Parker defeating Carmen Petrovich. We had number one contendership for the women, and Jordan Grace defeated Julia. I think this show was okay. I liked some of the matches. The Battle Royal kind of got me the most. So I think you should go back to watch this. It's not something I would run to, but if you want to watch it and it's on your pay-per-view provider and it comes up, I would say watch it. Ladies and gentlemen, we're on to SmackDown. And SmackDown, it took place on the 9th on the USA Network. We had Damian Priest and LA Knight defeat Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa. We had Alexis Bliss and Zelina Vega defeat the Green Regime of Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. We had a WWE Women's title number one contendership match. Nia Jax defeated Jade Cargill. In a non-title tag team match, Fraxium, which is Axiom and Nathan Frazier, defeated the Street Profits of Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford. Aleister Black defeated Carmelo Hayes. Andrade and Rey Fenix defeated Los Garzas of Angel and Humberto. So Andrade and Rey Fenix, they're teaming together now. We'll see how this goes. I think this show was serviceable, which is okay in the book. Like, if I would say okay, good, great, and then below okay would be fine and trash, this would be okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll get to the watch along that you all had with me for Backlash, ladies and gentlemen, which was I really liked it. We started a little late. I kind of got after the first match, but I did see the first match and it was great. For the WWE United States Title 4-Way match, we had Jacob Fatu keeping his title, defeating Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre and LA Knight. We also had Jeff Cobb coming in to help Jacob, and Jacob did not seem happy about it, even at the press conference. For the WWE Women's Intercontinental Title match, shocking, Lyra Valkyria kept her championship against Becky Lynch. For the WWE Intercontinental Title match, we had Dominic Mysterio retaining his championship against Penta, which El Grande Americano jumped in and headbutted him with a lead piece into his mask, which caused him to lose. We had Gunther defeating Pat McAfee. He walked that man down. He walked that man down like he owed him money. And I was like, if you all were here, I was screaming at Pat to just quit. Quit, Pat, quit. Hold on, let me move over one. There we go. Quit, Pat, quit. And Pat wouldn't quit. And he got dog walked. Ladies and gentlemen, for the undisputed WWE title match, we had John Cena defeat Randy Orton, and I was mad. Not only did because John Cena won, but R-Truth stopped him from punting John Cena in the head. Randy Orton was about to punt him in the head. Now, when y'all say, Delores, what is a punt? That means I'm about to take my foot back and kick your head in the third row. Okay? You're going to be bent over, and I'm going to take my foot and bop right in the head. And I have been waiting for this for years. Randy used to punt everybody. From, I'm going to say it one time, Vincent Kennedy McMahon to Triple H to Stephanie. He punted his own daddy one time. Listen, let me go up in the corner over here. Listen, he punted his own daddy. And at that point, I was like, you got me in your heart. And so he stopped doing it. Like, he became like this good character and stopped doing it. And most of us are clamoring for the day that he starts back kicking people in the head. And it's just, I was sad. But R-Truth got his upcomings. I told people that Randy should, after the RKO he gave him, punted him in the head. That didn't happen. But at the press conference, R-Truth told him, I don't believe that you suck and that you can't wrestle. And something else he said. And then John Cena said, don't say anything else. And then R-Truth said, well, and then he got F5 through the table. So now we might get an R-Truth John Cena match, or a John Cena, I'm not John Cena, but an R-Truth Randy Orton match. I'm not looking forward to any one of those, but I do want to know, John, when is R-Truth going to become regular again? He's went to this slow character where he doesn't comprehend or understand, and that's getting really irritating. Okay? Really, really irritating. Ladies and gentlemen, on to the next set of shows from the company, AEW, ladies and gentlemen. AEW is All Elite Wrestling, and the first show we're going to be talking about from them is AEW Dynamite. Dynamite comes on every Wednesday. It broadcasts on TBS, HBO Max. I think all the shows do now. Except for ROH. ROH is an umbrella under AEW. AEW Women's World Title Eliminator 4-Way match. Tony Storm defeated Anna Jay and Penelope Ford and Thunder Rosa. ROH World Television title match, Nick Wayne uh, defeated Rhino. Ricochet and the Young Bucks defeated Mark Briscoe, Mike Bailey, and Swerve Strickland. For the AEW Continental title eliminator match, Kazuchika Okada retained his championship by defeating Kevin Knight. And last but not least, Samoa Joe defeated Claudio Castagnoli. I would say this is a good, borderline good show. I would say it's a good show. I'm not going to say it's great, but it's good. And I've been enjoying how they're turning things around in AEW. So if you want to, go back and watch this show. Ladies and gentlemen, we had the Ring of Honor. They're still working with CMLL and other people. And so we're going to talk about that. I think this show was just, all right. It was fine. Atlantis Jr. defeated Jay Lethal. Marina Shafir defeated Leela Gray. Blake Christian and Lee Johnson defeated the Spanish announced project of Angelico and Serpentico. We had a Pure Rules match where Deonna Purrazzo defeated Ashley Vox. The women's ROH Women's World Television title Proving Ground match, Red Velvet kept her championship by defeating Lainey Luck. Satnam Singh defeated Lord Crew. And for the ROH World title Proving Ground match, Bandito kept his championship by defeating Gringo Loco. Like I said, it was all right. I wouldn't say it was great. It was all right. Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday, because I see it already has the wrong date, but yeah, yesterday, uh, Ricochet defeated Angelico, the Don Callis family of Kyle Fletcher, Lance Archer, Rocky Romero, and Trent Beretta defeated AR Fox, Bandito, the Outrunners of Truth Magnum, and Torboy Floyd. We had Anthony Bowens defeat Lee Johnson. Chris Statlander defeated Willow Nightingale. The Don Callis family, Josh Alexander, Konosuke Takeshita, defeated the Dark Order of Alex Reynolds and Evil Uno. Mike Bailey defeated Jalisco. Daniel Garcia versus Dax Hardwood ended in a no contest. I think this is a good show. This is a good show for me because I got to see a lot of some of the stories building up because we got a pay-per-view in not too long. I think either the end of this month, next month, something between one of ROH or AEW. And so to see something develop from there. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go into TNA Total Nonstop Action. Comes on Access TV. And it appeared on the 8th, which is, it comes on every Thursday. Li Ying Lee defeats Rosemary. The Aztec Warriors of Laredo and Octagon Jr. defeated the Great Hands of Jason Hotch and John Schuyler. Mustafa Ali defeated Trey Miguel. Victoria Crawford defeated Brittany Brooks. And as you see, it was 1 minute, 29 seconds. Everything went by quick. TNA title international title dog collar match. Steve Macklin defeated Eric Young. They getting more hardcore in TNA. I love hardcore, but sometimes if not done well, it looks cheesy. So I think this was. I wouldn't say it wasn't fine. It was just it was okay. I wouldn't tell you to just run back to your TV screens to see it. But my favorite company is coming up next. It's GCW. GCW. Game Changer Wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. And guess what's coming up? We still don't trust you, okay? Listen. They said, we're going to do better. It's not going to be so hard. We don't trust you. Ladies and gentlemen, the Bollywood Boys of Gerv and Harv Shearer defeated the Midnight Heat of Eddie Pearl and Ricky Gibson. Jordan Oliver defeated Randy Myers. JCW title match, Masha Slamovich defeated Mayu Yamashita. Mance Warner defeated Alan Angels. Brooke Havoc defeated Jeffrey John. Genesis, which is Joey Janela and Megan Bain, defeated C4 of Cody Chun and Guillermo Rosas. Atticus Cougar versus Mr. Danger ended in a no contest. And for the GCW World Title match, my two people had to face each other. It was Effie who defeated my girl Maki Ito. And for those, I'm about to come on camera to show you who don't know, Maki Ito walks around with a pizza cutter and she uses it toward people's forehead. But her move is when she comes out, she's just so cute with two pigtails. And I started doing it for my intros and calling my name. And so now I'm stuck with it. For the GCW Ultraviolet title match, Matt Tremont defeated Jimmy Lloyd. I think this was a good show for me from GCW because it had a lot of matches. Some like weaving in storytelling and getting you caught up on the past. But I really like this. My match of the night probably would be, I like the Effie Makito match. It's just me. Ladies and gentlemen, we're on to HOG, which is House of Glory Wrestling. And we had a show called, what? Y'all don't want to show them what the show is about? A Waging War, ladies and gentlemen. Raging War was on the 9th, and it was on Triller TV. It was Kevin Broadway defeating Joe Alonzo. Angel Jacquez defeats Brittany Brooks, J Rod, Jared Diaz, JJ Doe's, Oscar Payne. For the HOG Cruiserweight title match, Darren Richardson defeated Gringo Loco to keep his championship. For the HOG Tag Team title match, the main event, Jay Lion, I was talking kind of Lions because, listen, he be always say he gonna win. Sometimes it don't happen. Jay Lion and Midas Black defeated Los Sueños, which is Axel, Rico, and Victor. That's J News right there. I could, even when I heard it 3 times, couldn't say it right. Charles Mason defeated Rich Swann. In the HOG women's title match, Indy Hartwell defeated Mayu Yamashita to win the championship. HOG Crown Jewel title match, Zilla Fatu versus Matt Riddle ended in a DQ. So Zilla keeps his championship. For the HOG heavyweight title match, Mike Santana defeated Cedric Alexander. I always tell you, if you see a HOG match, go back to it. Go back to it. It's always going to give you entertainment and at least 1 to 2, maybe 3 or 4 banger matches. Ladies and gentlemen, we're on to the next show, which was CMLL versus MLW. Now, this is a J News thing. It was Azteca Lucha 2025. Listen, I know y'all like Dolores. I'm going to fight for my life right now with some of these words. And some of these words, we're going to see. J News is going to grade me next week. For the MLW World Tag Team titles, Los Desesperados, Magnus, and Rehudio. Sorry, J News is like, ugh. Defeated Blue Panther Jr. and Dark Panther. Alex Hammerstone defeated Kojima. Atlantis and Esfinge defeated Guerrero Maya Jr. and Hechicero. For the MLW National Openweight Title 3-Way match, Ultimo Guerrero defeated Barbaro Carbonaro. See, listen, I've said that. And Zandikan Jr. MLW World Heavyweight Title match, Matt Riddle defeated Donovan Dijak. Mystico defeated Ichiro Khan and Tempario. That's how J News says that so much. I'm like, okay, I got you, J News. I got you, J News. Ladies and gentlemen, as you saw, MLP, Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling, had a show called Northern Rising. I really like this show. Now, I say this is a good show. Josh Alexander defeated QT Marshall. Zack Sabre Jr. defeated Jonathan Gresham. Serena Deeb defeated Mayu Yamashita. We had the Bullet Club War Dogs. Bullet Club War Dogs defeat Drilla Maloney versus David Finley, Drilla Maloney versus the Good Brothers of Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson in a double countout. Nobody really beat anybody. We had NWA World Heavyweight Title match. Tom Latimer defeat Stu Grayson. Mike Bailey defeated Gabe Kidd and Michael Oku. For the MLP Women's Canadian Title Tournament final match, Giselle Shaw defeated Kylie Ray to win that title. And for the MLP Canadian title 20-man gauntlet match, Josh Alexander defeated Alex Zane, Bhupinder Gujar, Billy Gunn, Bishop Dreyer, Brendan Brooks, El Phantasmo, Johnny Perazzi, Matt Cardona, Michael Allen Richards Clark, Mo Jabari, PCO, Psycho Mike, QT Marshall, Roz Deshi, Rhino, Rich Swan, Santina Morella, Sheldon Jean, and Slex. Listen, this was a good show. Listen, I'm beginning to like MLP more often. More and more. I'm beginning to like them. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're on to J News' part. But you got me today because I've been trying, okay? We got some new people. Old people, I know. The new people, J News, we're going to have to work on that. But ladies and gentlemen, New Japan Wrestling, we're going to cover the second night of Wrestling Dontaku, which was on the 2nd. And most of these shows you can find on New Japan Pro World. If they're not, then that means they're being on TV. And maybe in a couple of days, you might can find it on New Japan, the app. We had a kickoff match between Katsuya Morishima and Taguchi to defeat Sasaki and Wei. For the Bullet Club War Dogs, we had Gedo and Taiji Ishimori to defeat Batten and Kid, Mentai Kid. We had Master Wado and Yoshihashi to defeat the United Empire of Gredo Khan and Jacob Austin Young. We had stars Hazuki and Kojuma and Micah to defeat Neo Genesis Azumi AZM. Sorry, I'm so bad. People we used to call her Azumi so much that it stuck when I now know her name. AZM and Starlight Kid with Muzumuri. El Phantasmo, Ole Bolton defeated the Don Callis family of Konosuke Takeshita and Rocky Romero. We had the Bebop tag team, Hiroshi Tanahashi and Toriano, along with Kazushkin and Tajiri with Yo, defeat TMDK, Harley Jackson, Kosei Fujita, Robert Eagles, Rohei Oiwa, and Zack Sabre Jr. We had Los Englanaves de Japón, Bushi, Hiromu Takahashi, Shingo Takagi, Tetsuya Naito, defeat Just for Guys of Taichi, Taka Michinoku, Shota Umino, and Tomohiro Ishii. For the IWGP Global Heavyweight Title match, Yota Tsuji defeated Yuya Uemura. IWGP World Heavyweight Title, Hiroki Goto defeated Callum Newman. That was a good show. Listen, I have to watch all these shows, so sometimes they are good when you don't see 99 other ones that might be a little bit better. But I really like that from New Japan. We had the Resurgence show, ladies and gentlemen, on the 9th. There was a buy-in, which had strong survivor match. CJ Tino defeat Alan Breeze. B. Priestley defeated Viva Van. Then for the main show, we had Fred Rosser defeat Matt Grant Vandegrift. United Empire Templario and TJP defeated the world-class wrecking crew of Joel Nelson and Royce Isaacs to get the championship. We had the Good Brothers Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson, along with the Young Bucks of Matthew and Nicholas Jackson, defeat the Bullet Club War Dogs, Clark Connors, David Finlay, Gabe Kidd, and Gato. In the New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Openweight title match, Tomohiro Ishii defeated Drilla Maloney. For the Never Openweight title match, Konosuke Takeshita defeated El Phantasmo. For the IWGP Heavyweight title match, Hiroki Goto versus Zack Sabre Jr. ended in a draw because of a double pinfall. For the New Japan Strong Women's Title three-way match, AZM defeated Mercedes Moné and Mina Shirakawa to get the championship. Ladies and gentlemen, we're on to the next New Japan show, which was the Best of Super Juniors. I'm going to go over the Block A, Master Wado, Hiromu Takahashi, Kushida, Koze Fujita, Ninja Mac, Robbie X, Francisco Akira, Clark Connors, Yoshinobu Kanemaru, and Dragon Dia. Block B, El Desperado, Taguchi, Robbie Eagles, Yo, Kevin Knight, Taiji Ishimori, Teton, Sho, Nick Wayne, and Mao. Okay? Now we're going to go on to day one, which was on yesterday. We had Bullet Club War Dogs. Bullet Club. Robbie X and Taiji Ishimori defeat Murashima and Ninja Mac. Hey! Let me put myself up there. I got your cam. Hey! As y'all see, I'm in the Hit the Road studio pod. So, but ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming, Jay Jordan. I so much appreciate it. And Ninja Mac. We had the Bullet Club War Dogs, Robbie X and Taiji Ishimori defeat Murashima and Ninja Mac. 6 or 9, Master Wado and Taguchi, along with Kevin Knight, defeated Mao, Shomakato, and Tiger Mask. Hey, Leonica. J News is not here. You know, things came up. Life be lifing. But we keep it trucking. You know, we got to keep it going. Listen, this is normally where my co-host be at, and I hadn't had to say these names in a long time, and it's coming back slowly but surely. Toriano and Yo defeated TMDK of Hartley Jackson and Robbie Eagles. Then we're starting the Best of Super Juniors. We have different blocks for different, so Block A, Block B, as we talked about earlier. So Block A match, Dragadia gets 2 points by defeating Yoshinobu Kanemaru. Sorry. Best of Super Junior Block A, Koze Fujita defeated Francisco Akira. We had a Block A match. Hiromu Takahashi defeated Kushida. Best of Super Junior Block B, El Desperado defeated Teton. Now it's time, ladies and gentlemen. You already know what time it is. It's time. It's time. It's preview time. Let's get it going. We're going to start off with the good people over at New Japan. Best of Super Juniors 32. So as you all saw, we talked about the blocks. Block A, Master Wado, Hiromu Takahashi, Kushida, Koze Fujita, Ninja Mac, Robbie X, Francisco Akira, Clark Connors, Kanemaru, and Dragadia. Block B, we have El Desperado, Taguchi, Robbie Eagles, Yo, Kevin Knight, Taiji Ishimori, Teton, Sho, Nick Wayne, and Mao. Okay? On to day 2, which is happening this morning. It happened this morning, but as we all know, anything that happens on this day, we go from Sunday to Saturday, and then we preview from Sunday to Saturday. So, ladies and gentlemen, Dragon Dia and Murashima versus United Empire of Francesca Akira and Jacob Austin Young. El Desperado and Shomakato not defeated, versus Daki Nagai and Nick Wayne. Hiromu Takahashi and Shingo Takagi versus TMDK, Harley Jackson, and Kosei Fujita. Now we're getting into block matches. Block A, Robbie X versus Ninja Mac. Block B, Mao versus Kevin Knight. Block A, Master Wato versus Clark Connors. Block B, Robbie Eagles versus Yo. And Block B, Taguchi versus Taiji Ishimori. Now we're going on to day 3. They just show the block matches for that day. So block A, we have Francesco Akira versus Ninja Mac. Block A, Kushida versus Robbie X. Block A, Hiromu Takahashi versus Kosei Fujita. Block A, Kanemaru versus Clark Connors. Block A, Master Wato versus Dragon Dia. Block B, El Desperado versus Nick Wayne. Block B, Taguchi versus T-Time. Block B, Robbie Eagles versus Kevin Knight. Block B, Taiji Ishimori versus Mao. And for the last match, Block B, Yo versus Sho. Now we're on to night 4. It is the best of Super Juniors. Block A, Clark Connors versus Dragon Dia. Block A, Kushida versus Ninja Mac. Block A, Hiromu Takahashi versus Francesco Akira. Block A, Kanemaru versus Robbie X. Block A, Master Wato versus Kosei Fujita. Block B, Taiji Ishimori versus El Desperado. Block B, Taguchi versus Sho. Block B, Yo versus Kevin Knight. Block B, Robbie Eagles versus Nick Wayne. And for the last match, Block B, Teton versus Mao. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Defy coming up. And they have a show on the 16th called Final Fantasy, ladies and gentlemen. And there is no matches listed at this time, but we'll review it next week. And I can't wait for it because I hear some rumblings and I can't wait to see what happens. Ladies and gentlemen, Game Changer Wrestling, GCW, GCW. You know what time it is? It's time to get hardcore, ladies and gentlemen, because it's Big Time by GCW, and it's on the 17th on Triller TV. Also, the Defy show will be on Triller TV the day before, too. We have the GCW Tag Team title match, Alex Price and Jordan Oliver, the champions, versus Bang and Matthews, August Matthews and Davey Bang. We have Jody Janela and Mr. Danger. Listen, he the man right here. Sing it. Versus the Cougar brothers of Atticus and Oldest Cougar. Matt Tremont versus Slade. Jonathan Gresham versus One Kyle Manders. Tony Deppen versus Mayu Yamashita. And for the GCW title match, we have Effie, the champion, versus Ruckus. And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do New Japan Pro Wrestling. Best of Super Juniors 32. And this is day 5. We got Block A match, Master Wato versus Ninja Mac. Block A match, Kanemaru versus Francesco Akira. Block A match, Hiromu Takahashi versus Dragon Dia. Block A match, Robbie X versus Clark Connors. Block A match, Kushida versus Kosei Fujita. Block B match, Taguchi versus Yo. Block B match, Robbie Eagles versus Sho. Block B match, Taiji Ishimori versus Teton. Block B match, Kevin Knight versus Nick Wayne. And ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the reviews. Now it's time. It's time for Delores to do what she do best, okay? And that's to do the spotlight. Let it rain on them, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, I have many spotlights today. And I'm going to go with the first one. And the first one is, to all the mothers out there, happy Mother's Day. we here at the Hit the Ropes podcast are just giving you your flowers, all that you deserve, whether you're an adopted mother, whether you're an auntie, whether you had kids, whether you're a grandmother, you are invaluable to people, okay? You make the world go round. So happy Mother's Day from us, me and J News at Hit the Ropes podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, I also want to say happy birthday, Neri! Listen, if you all don't know, I have 2 nieces and 2 nephews, and I am a proud, and I mean proud, auntie. And so let me put Nuri big, because Nuri deserves all her credit. And so I am a proud auntie. And my niece on the 7th, it was her birthday. She's just a pink girl in her pink world, just like her Titi. So I want to shout out her because I love them all. Listen, now the next birthday is near mine, so we'll down like 4 flat tires. Ladies and gentlemen, but the main spotlight I want to give today is to my grandma. Today is her birthday, and she was a big wrestling fan, and so was I, and that's how I got into wrestling. And I have totally appreciated all the things I've learned from her and all the things I get to see and do because she's instilled in me to just step out on faith. And so for those who don't know, my grandmother is passed, and I just like to celebrate her when I can, whether it's her passing, her birthday, or any milestones in our family. I like to celebrate her and my granddaddy because they are the pillars that made me who I am. So for those who don't understand, I celebrate her birthday every year. We do different things. We celebrate different ways. And I was so glad to be able to celebrate her with another video and show how much I really, truly love her and care about her. We put flowers out for her. And I know she would love that I am so like gung-ho about wrestling because she was a wrestling fan herself. So my spotlight, my personal spotlight, is my grandmother. And I want to tell her happy birthday. And she is so, so much appreciated and loved. And I also want to say a happy Mother's Day to my mom because she has been a rock and a pillar in our family. And I appreciate her so much. So thank you all. Let me get back to the studio. Let me get back over to the studio. Oh, right here. Now, this is a time where I start shouting out people. As you see in the chat, your links drop. If you want to drop your link and you are new to my channel, or even if we just connected and I don't quite know you that well, I want to say exclamation pink mark. Now, this is the time in which I am going to do what my good brother normally does, and I'm going to tell you about J News. Right there. J News is a very hard-working man. Check out his channel. Jonelle, your friendly neighborhood moviegoer. Not only does he does movies, he does fitness. So if you want to get a fitness instructor, J News is the person. He can help you out. Listen, his little tips and tricks. Be helping an old girl like me. I'll be like, hey, when I be out losing them pounds, I'm like, hey, y'all don't want me. I get up and throw it in a circle. Listen, J News is very knowledgeable, very up to date on movies, very good at fitness. You can also catch him over on True Hill Heat sometimes. That's TRU and then space HEEL Heat, HEAT, over there on their wrestling podcast, doing New Japan Pro Wrestling and some other things sometimes. J News is very versatile, very smart, very wise. You all need to check him out because, as I say, he's a good man, Savannah. How you gonna just miss out on a good man like that? Okay, so make sure you go over there and check out and encourage him. Come on to YouTube. I know he does letterbox and other things, but tell him come on back to YouTube. We don't bite. We don't bite. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to check anything out about the Hit the Ropes podcast, even our podcast on Spotify or anything like that, You can scan this QR code next to me or the QR code in the corner to get our link tree where all our things are, and it'll even connect you to us. Okay? So, I am Delores. Delores. Let me see my QR code. My QR code is separate. Okay? I am Delores of Delores Designs, ladies and gentlemen. I'm taking clients, not clients, but I'm taking people I want to help grow their stuff, their business, their channel, they just grow everything into a nice, good thing. And this is how you can reach me. And for those who are wondering, why does it say Zmail? Zoom has its own mail now when you have a subscription through them. And so instead of doing G, they like, well, we gonna be a Z. So you can reach me at Dolores@zmail.com, or you can reach the phone number. And for those who are concerned, the mama is kicking in you. That is not my actual phone number. There's a number that comes to my line for work purposes. That is not work purposes, but just for people to call me who don't know me. That's the way to get to it. Also, if the QR code, you like, Lord, that QR code look a little small. I got a bigger one for you. Here you go. You can scan that to get to all my social medias. As you all know, the Hit the Ropes podcast normally comes on every single week, 1 o'clock, unless it's like a big event or something happening. But the Hit the Ropes podcast is going to be coming on next week at 9 o'clock p.m., what we used to do back in the day, back last year. We're going back, way back. And you like, Lord, why are y'all coming on at 9 o'clock when it's all great during the day? And I want to tell you why. You see this lady right here? She got 4 seats left. Y'all heard me talk about this yesterday. And I thought y'all would have bought these 4 seats. Y'all making me mad at this point, okay? Because she's going to give you all this great information. 2 days worth of valuable information to not only grow yourself, grow your business, help you with your clientele, she's trying to help you make money. Now, if you don't want to invest in yourself, I don't know what you need to do, okay? Because free only ain't going to get you so far. 2 days of jam-packed information. She's doing giveaways. She's having a whole big event for 2 days for $50. And if you already a member on her channel, she's taking $10 off, so you only got to pay $40. Listen, you buy meals for $50. You buy hair and nails for $50. Why you can't buy and invest in your business for $50? Make that make sense. I can make more money after leaving her class and learn how to grow my business, where I can buy hair and nails every 2 seconds if I want to. But instead, I will skip it and miss it. But just in case, for those who say, I can't make it, I just really can't. I got business, I got something else I got to do, I can't do it. She will be having a replay on her channel that you can buy and watch the replay. So listen, even if you can't come, there's no excuse. You still can get the replay. Listen, $50 is a steal. And she came down on her price. And I was looking at her when she said that, like, I would have, I would have kicked the door in. It would have been like $150, $200. All the stuff she lists that she's going to do in this class over 2 days. Listen, if you want a good business, if you want an above board business, if you want a business that doesn't have any problems, listen, I have been called a lot of things in my life, but I've never been called a liar, a scammer, a thief, or nothing. You know why? Because I learned how to listen, and I know how to listen to people who know what they're doing. And Tia knows what she's doing. So make sure you go to theeducatednatural.com/products to fill out your form and buy your ticket. Also, ladies and gentlemen, you can go to theeducatednatural.com/products to enter yourself, women, into the women's closet. I have been there for the past 2 sessions. It has been eye-opening and great to have a sisterhood to talk with women, to learn how to grow, how to ask those uncomfortable questions. Sometimes you don't want to ask family. Sometimes you don't want to talk to somebody about, to give you an out to vent. Every Friday, mothers, I know it's hard. I know you deal with a lot. I see you go through a lot. And if you have something that you need to get off your chest, this is the place to be. Okay? Also, ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell y'all about a special person in my life. Her name is Miss Joy. MZ, period, Joy. Or you can find her on here on YouTube at MZJOYS1. MZJOYS1. Okay? And I want to tell y'all about today because I'm going to be there. See, listen, Baby Booty can't do her live. So she approved Miss Joy to do it, okay? So Miss Joy will be coming live on her channel at 6 p.m. PST, 9 p.m. EST, okay? Because she gonna be bling mama, get it, bling mama. And I can't wait to see it. I'm gonna be front row and center waiting for her to show us how to bling. She always showing us how to sew, and we're going to get on that. But she is showing us how to bling. And so Bling Mama is coming out for Mother's Day, y'all. And you got to get your first-hand seat. Come on down. Come on down to YouTube and get this good education and have this good fun. And guess what? She come on tomorrow. And you know what she come on tomorrow? She's doing the community quilt every Monday. The community quilt has opened up, and we'll talk about that in a second. But if you're a crafter, a quilter, or crochet or whatever, you can make a block 10 and a half by 10 and a half. And on her channel is where you can send the block. It's not due anytime soon. So if you like, Dolores, I'm busy. I ain't got time. I understand. October 1st, we're auctioning off this blanket and other items, which we'll talk about in a second, for the Boys and Girls Club in the California that helps homeless youth. Okay? So this money is going to a good place. Okay? And I personally know it will be going to a good place. So, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow, 6 p.m. PST, 9 p.m. EST. You can catch her again tomorrow. And this time she'll be doing the community quilt and working on her blocks and showing you how to do different ways to do blocks. Ladies and gentlemen, the community auction has opened up. So if you are somebody who makes cups, if you somebody who makes shirts, if you got a service that you want to auction off, you can get in touch with Miss Joy at the on her channel, and it's her email, I think, is missjoyce1@gmail.com. And I'll put it on my community post. You can reach out to her and donate these things, and it'll be a part of the auction. Because we don't want anybody to, this is a good cause, and we don't want it just to be to make a little bit of money. We want to make enough money to support some of these kids who don't have anything. And just getting a little something will make their day. Okay? So please, come on. And make sure you're there tonight. Because if you ain't there tonight and I don't see y'all over there at Miss Joy's channel, we got to rumble in the jungle. Okay? But last but not least, you need a beat. You need a beat. I got somebody for you. See, Mr. Kit over there at the Track Factory Beats, which is over here in Georgia, okay, listen, he makes fire beats. He makes songs. He makes songs for rappers and singers and artists. I'm not talking about like you playing around in your house and you think you Tupac or you think you Mariah Carey and you can't hit that note. We talking about real artists. And, because I've been talking and I'm like, people beats, and they, and he's like, well, I just got a whole bunch of them laying around. I'll send you a couple of them. And I got a couple of them that he is selling now. Listen, I was like, I'm shocked. And these beats sound like I played one of them 2 or 3 times like I was about to go to the club. And they're not expensive. They're at a reasonable price. Listen, when he was like, "What price would you think it should be at?" And I told him, and I thought he was gonna give me a HE double hockey stick. No, and he was like, "Yes, that's great." Listen, I believe in supporting Black businesses, so go check out Track Factory Beats. You can always get in touch with me. Get in touch with me at my email if you like, Dolores. I want to sit down and have a meeting. I want to get these beats. I want to figure out something. I want to custom thing. Listen, I'm willing to do it for you. Also, we have people in the community like Odom Homestead, Big Rooster. Listen, you got a wide variety. Nobody should be having the same thing. And if you want to customize your stuff, again, like we said with 10, put your money where your mouth is. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, let's see. I got a comment. Hey, yes. Also, check out Miss Queenie. I love her so much. Over at Bedazzling Designs. Just as you see it on the screen. Bedazzling Designs. She gonna be gone for a couple of days. She gotta do some work. She gotta work. But listen, she do some great work. Listen, I can't wait. I got a little chestesses, but I might have to send her some big shirts so I can get me some nice designs. And she does the bowling stuff over there. If you ain't go and see her live yesterday, she had some stuff in there I ain't never seen before that they sell in the store that's for pain and the rest of those things. Contact her. And she will definitely, listen, go back and watch that live. You saw some beautiful shirts, some beautiful bowling bags, and some stuff that'll help your pain. For everybody out there got them aches and pains, that's just where you need to be at. I saw some tape, some knee braces. I was up there trying to count my money. Like, I need this, I need that, I need this over here. Wait a minute, can I get that too? Oh, and she has the pain dots that she had. I was like, I need all of that. Go on over there. Bedazzling Designs. You see how it's spelled. BDAZZLINGDESIGNS. If you like Dolores, I still can't find it. I shared the post of the live yesterday on my community tab, which is now called posts. That irritates me. But, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you. And I'm going to play with a new gadget right now to describe to you how hot it is. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, do you see how hot it is? It's so hot. Oh, Jesus, Lord. It is burning. I don't know what to do. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to, wait a minute, ladies and gentlemen. I got to cut the lights out in a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, the light went out. Wait a minute. It got cool in here. Oh my God, y'all. It's so cool in here. And I appreciate you all coming. Listen, without you, this channel wouldn't grow. We're trying to push the channel. We're trying to grow the channel. So I appreciate everybody who comes, whether you like wrestling, if you don't. We always got some funny commentary. We always fun playing some games. I might be playing some video games later on. I don't know. Y'all tell me a good game to play out there, and I might get on there and try it for you. But ladies and gentlemen, until then, me and J News, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you. Please check us out on Spotify, Hit the Ropes Podcast, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio. Please check us out. Until then, I want to tell you all, peace.